This is Heart Rhythm TV, and I'm Julie Shea here with another episode of Advancing Allies. On this episode of AP Happenings, I have with me Michael Carlozzi, who is the Assistant Nursing Director for Electrophysiology at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston. And he is the creator of EPBOSTON. So Michael, welcome. Thanks for joining me for AP Happenings.
Thank you, Julie. It's an honor to be on FHRS TV with you, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, that's great. So what is EPBOSTON, and how did this all come about? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure can. Thank you. So EPBOSTON is an organization that is for the allied health and advanced practice clinicians within Boston, really focusing on education, networking, best practice, and program development.
Great. What kind of topic areas have you done in the past? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure can. We started with heart failure and heart failure management, device strategies, and guided medical therapies. We've done left atrial appendage occlusion and the management of that. And our upcoming event this Friday, we're doing VT management, which we're really excited about.
Yeah, I've actually been to, I think I went to the heart failure program that you had at Northeastern University. It was really just an amazing room. We're going to see some of the pictures kind of scattered throughout this episode of kind of what it looked like, but it was really amazing, really well done. People really engaged, lots of great questions, lots of great networking that happened. So it was really kind of an exciting event and giving, others the opportunity to learn some new things, meet some new people in the Boston area that are all interested in EP. And I think there were some vendors there going over some of their products as well.
Yeah, for sure. That's part of it, as well as partnering with our local vendors as well. Yeah, basically functioning as almost like a mini HRS with booths and tables that the vendors can use simulators and products and talk about upcoming things and really kind of networking as well. So that's really a good partnership with them, and we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, so how did you actually come up with this idea? How did you, what were the logistics in setting up this type of educational program? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Sure can. This is something I thought about probably 10 years ago. I kind of had this vision of getting this program up and running within Boston. And the vision was great, but really not much execution. And it really wasn't until I found some like-minded people within the city that I was able to pull it off. And we created not only did we create the company, but we created this board of clinicians, and I would not have been able to pull it off without them. So having my ideas, but their execution and their foresight to kind of get this done was really key and paramount. And it really started with, hey, let's get together, have a pizza, kind of talk about the vision and how we can pull this off. We were able to do that, and then we're really off and running.
Great. So you have you're kind of obviously oversee the execution of the program, but you also have a treasurer and you have other people working with you that kind of help with the financial side of things.
Yeah, we sure do. So we have Bill Burke, Lindsay Harris, and Dana Goldentz that are our current board members, ranging from radiation tech to NP to a PA, and myself as a nurse. So really encompassing the allied health and advanced practice community. So bringing different skill sets and different ideas, and also having different skill sets of running finances. One person has her MBA, and it's really just been great blending all of our talents.
Yeah, to make this happen, and people I think see and appreciate from the pictures that kind of we're seeing here, kind of the attendance that you've had, just absolutely amazing turnout for these programs.
That's sure.
Yeah. So what things didn't work when you started to implement this? What did you find that where you needed to pivot?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think some of the initial barriers were, where do we host this, right? We're in Boston. What's most central to most of the hospitals that people would actually attend? And like you had mentioned, Northeastern University was really paramount in allowing us there to host this. It also happens to be my alma mater, which was a dream come true for me to be able to host there. So that was the biggest barrier. Where are we going to host this? How is this funded? Was another barrier to hoop to jump through. How do we get people there, and really finding cheerleaders to kind of help us get the message out there. So on top of the board, we also have hospital liaisons within each hospital to kind of cheerlead for us. They also have the opportunity to speak at our conferences as well. So None of this would have been possible without the outreach of them. So I think the biggest barrier getting up and running was, where we're having it, how we do it, how we pay for it, were certainly huge barriers. And as far as kind of what worked and what didn't work, what worked was how amazing Boston is and how amazing the community of Boston, more specifically cardiology and EP. It's one of those things. If you build it, they will come, right? And we built it, but it's only successful if our clinicians have buy-in. And it just was wonderful to see the support we received from Boston, and it's really humbling.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a great group, great discussions that went on. Some of us old timers were there. So it was great meeting with the newer people, newer generation of people coming into EP and learning about it. And enthusiasm, I think, was what hit home for me the most. It was really, really nice to see. And so what would you kind of recommend to others who might want to replicate a similar thing in their city? You could have EP Los Angeles, you could have EP Scottsdale, you could have EP Atlanta, kind of people coming together to create local communities to kind of, the HRS's meeting is great but in between, how do we stay connected, network, and learn from each other?
Yeah, that's a great question. And ironically, lucky or maybe just good word of mouth, I have people from other cities reaching out to ask that very question of, how did you get it up and running? Could we schedule a Zoom to pick your brain, because it's something we want to get up and running in our city. And first and foremost, you have to find a group of people that are willing to put in the time. It takes a lot of time to get this up and running. And it's a bit of a gamble in a sense, right? You're putting time, you're putting in even initial money of your own to kind of get this up and running. But if you have faith in your community and cardiology and EP in general, I have no doubt that you'll be able to pull it off. And I do have some meetings set up, and through this network of HRS TV and through you, I'd be happy if anybody reached out through you or my contact. I'm happy to kind of give them the roadmap that we've come up with to make this successful organization.
Yeah, I mean, great. I was super impressed. And you have some social media presence as well, right?
That's right. The social media has been huge. So we keep all of our analytics of many things, but one thing is, how do people hear about us? And majority of it is through social media. We send emails, all these different word of mouth, but the social media has been really key to getting our message out, and that's been a wonderful experience.
Well, kudos to you and your team for putting this together. Again, it takes a champion or a group of champions to put something like this together. But, the benefit to everybody involved is just really incredible. So congratulations to your group and the EP Boston. And I thank you for joining me on Heart Rhythm TV today to tell us about EP Boston and how others can get more involved and do something similar in their city.
I appreciate your time. Thank you, Julie.
This is Julie Shea for Heart Rhythm TV. We thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel.